This is San Francisco Mayor London Breed's Instagram account, and I would have said she is one of the most corrupt politicians in the country, but, I mean, they're all over the place, right? Tiffany Henyard, Oakland Mayor Shang Tao, right across the bay. It's never ending, but of course, she did pay nearly $23,000 in ethics violations fines, so that's what she admitted to. Imagine what she didn't admit to, and she wants you to know that she's been in China recently. Her videos have been popping up on my Instagram feed all the time. I haven't watched all these videos, but now let's learn about why Mayor London Breed is going to China. After the APEC conference, she says San Francisco's connection to China goes back to the early days of our city, and I'm proud to be joining API leaders in China next week. We will build on the success of APEC, strengthen culture and economic ties, and foster partnerships that will benefit us for years to come. And we're going to get some pandas, as if anybody believes that's not just a really strange money laundering scheme. And I don't understand the ins and outs of it, but there's just no way, right? When there's junkies overdosing on the streets, when there's tents, when there's needles, when there's thugs, when there's car break-ins, retail theft, stores obviously leaving, but they're going to get pandas from China.
Notable road trip now for San Francisco Mayor London Breed. She's leading a 30-person delegation to China. It's all
a road trip? Is that what he calls it?
About business, tourism, and pandas. The week-long trip begins this Saturday. Among the stops, Hong Kong, Beijing, and Shanghai. Mayor Breed says her goal is to bring more economic opportunities to San Francisco. Also,
more economic opportunities for who? London?
So to boost tourism with China and secure an agreement to bring pandas to the San Francisco Zoo.
Our goal is to, enter into major agreements and make San Francisco significant to China and to let them know that we are open.
Stop. How about you clean up the streets? How about you start putting some criminals behind bars before you start gathering 30 weirdo San Francisco bureaucrats to go to China to obtain 2 pandas? How is this happening? It's the same thing in Oakland, right? Crime is through the roof, as we all know. And what do? They decide to hire some blue-haired hipsters to talk to junkies in a tent, sleeping on a bed of needles.
We're going to come back as soon as I hear that bed's available.
Josh Hayes and Cora Schutz are a unique kind of first responders.
We would call them beforehand, let them know that you're coming in.
They're one of the teams with the Mobile Assistance Community Responders of Oakland, known as MACRO, the street teams responding to nonviolent, non-emergency situations using compassion to meet people where they're at.
Into the business relationships that could be developed as a result. I mean, there's a lot we want to accomplish.
And she's always dressed up like a weirdo Batman villain. She got a pink suit and a purple suit and a green suit. It's disgusting. And she got, she probably bought these suits with the $5,600 that she got from former San Francisco Department of Public Works head Mohammed Nuru, who of course was indicted by the feds. And think about how bad you have to be to get indicted in California by the corrupt Federal Bureau of Investigation.
And of course, a lot we want to bring back to
all the different community, especially downtown. Needs a lot of business. We know there's a lot of empty stores, and I think with the tourism will comes the economic growth.
It's over. San Francisco was a tourist town. It is not anymore. The news can't go there. Benny Johnson famously just got robbed in Oakland, right across the bridge, right near the Oakland airport, or now they're calling it the San Francisco Bay Area Oakland Airport or something. But my point here is, it was a tourist city, but now it's not. And it won't be again for many, many years if you're lucky.
Delegation includes local Asian business and community leaders, among them the CEO of the San Francisco Chamber of Commerce, Rodney Fong. Mayor Breed will also look to expand airline routes to bring more visitors to San Francisco, with a special focus on areas like downtown, Chinatown, the Richmond, and the Sunset. A notable road trip now.
Okay, so if anybody wants to kid themselves and believe that Mayor London Breed is just going to China to make San Francisco better and bring back pandas and tourism, it's all an absolute joke. Let's see what else is on this page here. This is just her with the chief of police, I guess. People often talk about having to choose reform or accountability. Okay, so look at all this, bro. All of these political platitudes, this word salad means absolutely nothing, especially in a city like San Francisco that is done. It's over. I mean, people want to talk about trying to save it, but it's too late, right? You're not going to vote your way out of this. That I can almost guarantee. We've arrived in Shenzhen, where I've had the opportunity to start meeting with business leaders and city officials to build stronger connections with San Francisco. Thank you to Shenzhen Mayor Ken Wise-hong for welcoming us. We start our trip to strengthen ties between our cities. San Francisco Mayor London Breed, okay. This is like party B-roll that she put together. Her delegation is exploring how to deepen cultural and economic ties. Economic ties for who? We all know, right? If this were almost any other city, it might be believable. But when you're talking about San Francisco, they bent the knee for the dictator of China or whatever, and then Gavin Newsom comes out and says, yeah, we did that.
Oh, they're just cleaning up this place because all those fancy leaders are coming into town. That's true, because it's true.
And they didn't even really. Everybody was up in arms. Oh, they cleaned up San Francisco for the Chinese president or whatever. And they swept like 3 city blocks, maybe 4, right? Just around the immediate area around where the conference was being held and like one of the hotels. And that was it. They pushed them a couple blocks away. And as soon as it was over, they just spread back out. And I might even argue there's more now. I mean, it's constantly growing. And they want to tell you, oh, well, crime is down and ODs are down after they let it skyrocket to all-time highs, then comes down a little bit, and they want to take the credit and we got a new safe injection site or something. And how could I forget the famous clip, famous to me at least, of the KTVU reporter saying that overdoses were down in San Francisco after they hit an all-time high, and that coincided with more law enforcement on the street. But city officials said it was just too early to tell if that was why.
Downward trend roughly coincides with the increased federal, state, and local law enforcement crackdown in the city. City officials say it's too early to attribute the trend to increased enforcement.
So you put more law enforcement on the street specifically to tackle this problem. It maybe, kind of, sort of starts to work, and then you say, we don't know why.
And I am looking forward to ensuring that many of the residents of San Francisco, which come from southern China, including Shenzhen.
Yeah, okay. I guess that's fair enough. There's a big Chinatown, a big Asian population, and as I understand it, her re-election campaign is sort of struggling. So now I guess she's going to go after the Asian vote, even though they literally wrote rap songs about how terrible it was in San Francisco, blamed it on you, and then you sent the NAACP at the rapper/business owner and telling him to take it back.
And that they have an opportunity to experience a strong relationship through business and through tourism.
Crazy. Oh, look at her. She's at a Chinese ice cream parlor or something. As mayor of San Francisco, visiting Guangdong has been an incredible journey into the heart of our city's shared history with southern China. And this is me smiling at a kid and who is this convincing? Right? I don't think the establishment, they've lost all credibility. Even with the weirdo lefties, nobody likes these people, and they just keep doing it. So you can't really convince me this is not kind of like a war. There's another B-roll montage she put together. Our trip to China is about both economic connections and cultural bonds. Yesterday, our delegation got to visit Bruce Lee's ancestral family home in Guangzhou. Bruce Lee wasn't just a global icon. His approach to martial arts and life crossed borders, and his connections bridge his. Who wrote this? Right? She didn't write this. She's not doing anything. I constantly ask this question too. What do these people do all day? Right? Do you think London Breed is doing her own social media? sending her own emails, reading her own emails, or does she have somebody to do all of that while she spends the money that she's embezzling from the taxpayers and former corrupt, ousted Department of Public Works heads?
Hello, San Francisco! Hi, I'm San Francisco Mayor London Breed. We're in Guangzhou at the home of Bruce Lee's family. This is amazing. We're making history in Guangzhou.
Absolutely pathetic. Who's this? Today I had the honor of meeting with U.S. Ambassador to China, Nicholas Burns. Here in Beijing, we engaged in meaningful discussions focused on economic development and cultural exchange between San Francisco and various cities throughout China. Yeah, I'll bet you did. And whoever's left in San Francisco is obviously paying.
7 years ago, the San Francisco Police Department took on a series of sweeping reforms in the wake of a racist text messaging scandal.
Okay, well, this is obviously something completely different. A racist text messaging scandal. She says, our work to deliver both report and accountability is working. We've reached a significant milestone achieved by the San Francisco Police Department. Completion of all 272 reform recommendations originally made by the Obama Department of Justice. This is the result of hard work by our department and community leaders. The shared commitment to accountability and justice has been instrumental in our progress. And there's very little progress. I highly doubt it. Oh, shoplifting is down because there's far less businesses. There's even an article from the San Francisco Chronicle that says reported crimes are down. It's like, well, 911 doesn't work. So yes, shoplifting is down because there's not as many retailers, and reported crimes are down because people aren't reporting as many crimes. And even if they tried, 911 doesn't work anyways.
And several high-profile shootings. And we now know it's met every one of their goals and touted a 65% drop in use of force between 2016 and 2022.
We've sat down with...
And there you have it. Once again, no matter how bad it gets, they always want to blame the cops and none of the criminals. I mean, they're rarely going to face consequences. Oh, well, yeah, we're making progress and police uses of force. What?
With groups that have pushed us, and I want to acknowledge Ms. Felicia Jones sitting in the front row here in wealth of disparities.
This is from a community's point of view. And the hard work in which we, wealth and disparities in the black community, we were steadfast.
And we are hopeful about the future.
Wait, so the chief of police is black, the DA is black, the mayor is black, but somehow everything's still racist.
And what this means for the city and county of San Francisco. It means safety for our city. It means change for our city. It means hope and excitement.
She looks like a claymation figure. She's wearing too much makeup or something. Like, she looks really weird every single time, Batman suit or not.
For a better future for all of the people of the city and county of San Francisco.
7 years ago.
Ridiculous. Is there more?
Hi, I'm Mayor London Breed. This Dispatcher Appreciation Week, I want to take a moment to honor and thank each of you for your commitment and exceptional service to our city. You've faced numerous challenges over the year, yet your dedication to the safety and well-being of our...
It's too late, lady, right? The weirdo extremists that are constantly protesting and blocking up traffic, they don't like you. Nobody on the right likes you, of course. I mean, if there's anybody left in San Francisco on the right, and of course, just asking them to clean up the tents and the needle in the poop is now considered right-wing. There's even stories about how, San Francisco has shifted to the right on crime. Yeah, we'll see. cares, lady? Clean up the city and stop worrying about pandas and flights from China.
Hi, I'm San Francisco Mayor London Breed, and I'm here in Beijing, China. And guess what, San Franciscans? I have some really exciting news.
What happened? Did you clean up the city? Did you put any criminals away?
We have some cute, cuddly, black and white.
I can't stand to watch Mayor London Breed just constantly lie to people.
Beauties coming to our city. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome pandas to San Francisco.
They got pandas. San Francisco has pandas. Is that going to help? Is that going to help anybody in the city? Or is it maybe, hopefully, I guess they're trying to bring a couple tourists to see the pandas that you brought from across the world in a weirdo money laundering scam?
San Francisco Mayor London Breed, and I'm here at the high-speed train. We are hopping on the train to go to Shanghai from Beijing.
She says, I boarded the fastest train in the world, the Shanghai Maglev, and traveled over 800 miles from Beijing to Shanghai in just 4.5 hours. That's more than twice the distance to LA. Just imagine what a okay, so yeah, this is like a weird pandering session to push for a high-speed rail in California, which I think they've been doing for almost 2 decades now, a train to nowhere. It's literally just swallowing up money, or the money's going somewhere. It's getting filtered through the pockets of bureaucrats all over California.
It's about a 4.5-hour ride. We got our whole delegation. Everybody say hi. Yes, I cannot wait to get this high-speed train in California. Let's go, people. I am San Francisco Mayor.
This woman is absolutely disgusting. She brings a 30-person delegation all the way to China so that they can get some pandas